teething lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here for the day. Want wisdom?
We've got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got two.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys, your game's all tight. FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. How's everybody doing? I heard y'all in the chat talking about me Jamaican time. I was like a few seconds late. Come on, people. How are y'all doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to episode number 78 of Talking Truth to Teen Issues, Tissues, at you. You know what? I keep forgetting to mention. So, wisdom teethinger, what is that name all about? Really, that is the name of my target audience. If you're a teen and in your early 20s, and I appreciate everybody that drops in though. Even if you're not in your teen or in your 20s, I'm sure you must know somebody that's in their teens or early 20s, and you can send them on over. And if you're not, please feel free, of course, to drop some tips in for any of the young people that will be passing through. How's everybody's week going? Today, we have a few things that we're going to talk about. I actually had a young girl from my church. She asked me to do a video on tips on testing, how to take tests. And so today, that's what's going to be our main subject for our DM video. That's what we're going to talk about, how to take a test. And then we are going to, in our FOUNT section, we're going to talk about the skill of recognizing reality. And, oh man, hold on. Give me a second. I got to grab my book. Yeah, talk about recognizing reality, because sometimes, of course, we all kind of live in the past, live in the future, and not really focusing on what's happening right now. I'm going to talk about that. Then we're also going to get into, what is it? Oh, our teen archetype. We're going to talk about the smart person. You saw it in there. And we're going to wrap up the show. We're doing a reaction today on a video. The guy that helped me make the song, our theme song, Wisdom Teethinger. Yep, that same song. We are going to react to a video he made. He is really into farming, and he made a video about farming, and we're going to react to it. Instead of my usual story time, that's what we're doing today. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if I told you all. So I actually wrote the lyrics to the song, and him, Waddy Z, and my son produced the song. We'll talk a little bit more about it. Well, let's talk about it now. It's a little elementary in its beats, and it's supposed to be. Isn't that what theme songs to shows are? They're not as complex, like you're about to drop that banging record that's going to take off and hit the charts. It's supposed to be a theme song. It's a more simple. There you go. Just a very simple beat that you look forward to hearing it as we start the stream. Anyway, how's everybody's doing? Before we start our main subject, let's see. Looks like y'all been here a little bit. Oh my, you know what? Let me tell you what happened. I put on the chat, right? I put on the stream, and I'd set it up. And I noticed that y'all were already in the chat having a whole conversation. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of pressure. I'm going to have to make sure I'm on time. And of course, alas, I was a few minutes late. Like a minute. Let me see what y'all have going on. Snake Man, is it going to be a good show? Concentrate and ask again. Is it going to be a good show? Reply, Hazy, trying again. It is, I feel it. Okay. Well, I hope it's good. I really hope so. All right. Well, we're honestly, like I said, we're going to learn about taking tests. I know you all are probably Snake Man. Organic snake oil powder. I don't know if you're in school or taking any classes. Magic 8-ball spot. I don't know if you're taking any classes. Anybody else that's on the live right now, I don't know if you're taking any classes, but if you're watching it on the rebroadcast, look, this is for all the test takers out there to teach you how to do well on taking tests. Most wisdom teethingers are still right now in high school or college. Some are even in middle school. And, you know, this is some skills. Dr. D Nice has taken a whole lot of tests in her life. So let's go. All right. I don't see anybody. Let me see. REM Stand is a simple song. Stand in the place where you live. Yes, that is a very simple song, and it actually was an absolute hit. Are you comparing our Wisdom Teething or theme song to REM Stand? Oh, okay. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Organic snake oil powder, organic oil. Snake, yeah, I said it right. I'll take it, organic snake oil powder. Anyway, all right, that's enough rambling. Let's just get into what we're talking about today. We're talking about testing, and you know how it goes. I have to have a little, I have to have a little reel to show y'all. Yeah, listen, it's no disclaimer. All right, before I put it up here, let me tell y'all, okay. I filmed this during the pandemic where we were just bored to tears. And I don't know if you all know this already. Yes, I'm a serious professional. I present myself well. You come to see me as a patient. I will help you. There's no playing around. We get down to business. But, you know, Dr. D Nice, I don't have much sense. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to be normal once and it just didn't work out for me. So enough of the disclaimers. Here we go. Let's go. All right. Calling my phone cause you're not well, yeah. Don't blow smoke, I gotta keep it real. No good entertainment for your bad excuses, yeah. I'm a doctor, not a pop star, yeah. Calling my phone cause you're not well, yeah. You want drugs, magic now, ain't go wait, yeah. I'm not Don Corleone or Houdini, my girl. I'm a doctor, not a pop star, yeah. The arts. It has absolutely nothing to do with the subject where we're talking today, other than the art of studying. And sometimes, you know, you have to express yourself. When it's time to study for a test, though, it is not time for self-expression. It is time for you to perform. And perform is what I just did for you. Okay, that song was a Justin Bieber song that I made my own words to, talking about how patients demand things and are not really willing to do some work. But go back and watch it, rewind. That's not what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about the art of studying. And with that, honestly, we have categories of tests, categories where your knowledge is going to be tested on. And there are 5 categories, and the majority of subjects that you experience in school will fall into these categories. Perhaps you could think of more while we're talking, but right now there are 5, and we're going to go through each one and really explain to you how to study for the subjects that fall under those categories. And then after that, actually, I'm going to give you some tips on the day of the test tips, things that you can do before the test, the day of the test, and even during the test to make sure that you are successful in all your classes. Because guess what? Dr. D. Nice have taken a whole lot of tests in her life. Standardized tests, in-person tests, essay tests, you name the test, I have taken it. And we're going to learn about it today. Here we go. The first category of test that we're going to talk about is the applying information. Tests where you have to apply facts and formulas that you learn. And just simply by how I said it, you can think of classes along the lines of like your chemistry class, your physics class. These are tests where you're going to have to learn formulas. And it's not like you could end up just regurgitating them on the test. Oh, they're not going to ask you, well, what is the law of momentum? Tell me the formula for momentum. Is that speed times mass? Something like that. It's been a while. They're not just going to ask you that. They're going to actually give you the mass of something, give you the speed, and you have to have known the formula and be able to apply it to the word problem. These kind of testing, applying information, they tend to have a lot of word problems. And the way that you study for tests that involved more word problem or applying knowledge, applying information is, honestly, it's practice. Practice, practice. Because here's the thing. There's only a limited amount of ways they can ask the question. Momentum is momentum is momentum. A chemistry equation is a chemistry equation. Oxygen always has that same, what is it called again? Standard, what is it? Weight. Oh, specific, what are the properties? What are the properties of the elements? It's been a while since I looked at the periodic table. Man, anyway, all these things are pretty set, okay? And when you're studying, the only thing you can really do is practice, being able to recognize which formula is important right then. Am I supposed to be doing the centripetal force? Am I having to calculate the speed? Am I having to put X over here and Y over there? You have to practice this. There's no way around it. And when it comes time for the test, the truth is they cannot really develop new ways of applying these formulas on the test. Typically, they're going to go with the same information that you've been practicing. They may change it to Jim had a dog that was running at 5 miles an hour instead of Bob having a cat that was running at 2 miles an hour. Do you see the variables, the people, the subjects of the story may change, and the numbers, but it's still in essence. In the comment section below. Hello? Somebody put something in the comment section so I know if y'all can hear me. Hello? Somebody put something in the comment section below, please. Because I have like that circle of death. I'm having a bad connection it says here my connection is excellent. And I don't know what's going on. I don't have a clue. Well, I don't know. We'll just keep going. The circle of death has left, but I don't know why it was spinning. It was just spinning like that for a second there, and I don't know. All right. Okay. If the bad connection comes back, let me know, because now the circle of death has left my face, and we are talking again. All right. I just have to cut this out afterwards. Okay. Let's keep it going. So where were we? Maybe I'll just do it that part over again. Let's see. And I'll just be able to go back and cut it out. Man, that's crazy. I don't know. It says I have excellent connection right here, but I saw it just spinning. Okay, we'll go back to it. Anyway, so regurgitating information. This is classes like your cyber attack. Maybe. Maybe. So in regurgitating information, these are going to be classes like biology, like history. There's not a lot of analytics that have to happen. There's not a whole lot of applying formulas. All of that is not part of the testing. It really is just sitting down and memorizing the information. And, here's the thing. There are going to be, okay, listen to what I'm saying here. I'm going to say it, and I really want you to hear me. Understanding may come after knowing, after memorizing, okay? And it's okay, because sometimes these principles are just hard to put together, especially if you've never really encountered like a cell membrane, a phospholipid. What, huh? What are you talking about? And it may sound like Japanese or something foreign to you, and it's okay to not fully understand it. But the more you immerse yourself into the information, that's where really homework comes in. It gives you a lot more opportunities to expose yourself to the information, that it moves past memorization to a full understanding. It's okay initially to really just have it memorized. What is the basic living organism, the cell? It's like, what is the basic energy component, ATP? Where is energy made? Mitochondria. It's okay to just spew those out just off the top of your head and not fully understand how they work, where they're located. They may ask you where they're located. Just understand with some things that those things that are regurgitation, the regurgitation type exams, it's okay to not fully understand it. But I will add one caveat. If you understand it, it really will make the memorizing, the being able to do well on the test better. The memorization or the understanding of things, though, of those concepts really tend to come later. The more that you connect and engage with the information, the more you even use it. That's why in most of these science classes, they have labs where you're able to practice and see practical applications of the things you have learned. That's regurgitation. Next one is performing information. Now, these are classes like your band class, your PE class, your classes where your dance class, you're going to have to get up your art class, your performance arts type things, where you're going to have to really show the things that you've learned. This is your opportunity to be creative. The truth is, for these tests, and sometimes you worry about the grading often has a lot of subjective qualities to it. It's just what the teacher likes that day. And understand, if you check off all the points that they say you need to have, and I'm going to get into this later on in some general tips in preparation for the test. But for the performing things, you really make sure that you know exactly the must-haves on the test that the teacher have listed. And when you incorporate it into your performing thing, it's there. If you're doing a speech class and your teacher says you must have a slamming, jamming introduction, you make sure you have that. If they say you must stand with a good posture, if you must project your voice, all of those things, you make sure you have it present. It's a performance. It's being able to engage people in the activity that you learned in the class. Plain and simple. So those are performing classes, and only way to prepare for those kind of tests is once again, it's practice. You're going to have to do these things over and over. If it's something that you have to do in an audience, you pull your family together and have them critique you or go over the checklist that your teacher is going to check you on. If it's in your PE class and you're going to have to be running a mile in under whatever, 7 minutes, who knows, whatever it needs to do, then you start running every day. But for performing classes, it's going to be a lot of just practice. Then there are the classes where you have to recognize information. And this is similar to regurgitating information. Now, okay, let me back up and say that a lot of classes may even overlap in some of the type of information that they have. But this, you can go back and kind of mix and match them based on the class that you're taking. But recognizing information, this tends to be like your math class where there are patterns to how you're doing things. Like algebra, there's just a pattern. Trigonometry, there's a pattern. Geometry, there's a pattern. And if you're able to recognize the pattern, then you're going to be able to be successful on the test. Because like I said before, for most of these things, the teacher cannot reinvent 2x plus 3x equals y. They can't, all they can move is the numbers. All these things have been standard since Dr. D. Nice has been in high school. I graduated from high school in 1988, before I was in high school. As a matter of fact, there's a Timbuktu in Africa, which was an ancient university that had thousands of students. They were learning algebra and those kind of math. It's been around for a long time. There's nothing new that they can invent to it. All they can do is change the numbers. And if you're able to recognize the patterns that are associated by recognizing these patterns, then you'll do well. The way to study for these kind of tests, once again, is practice. Do the homework. Recognize the patterns by doing the homework every day. We're going to go over some more tips, general tips for all the classes, how all you all could end up doing well in your school. All right, organizing information is going to be our last one. And in organizing information, these tends to be classes like your ELA class. Back in my day, they used to call it just English, but now it's English, language. What does the A stand for? I don't remember what the A stand for, but I know that's what my kids' English class is, ELA. Whatever that means, let me know in the comment section below. But for these classes is you have to read in order that you can write. Because in English classes, they're going to expect you to write an essay. They're going to expect you to have good sentence structure. Your nouns and your verbs have to match. Your spelling has to be on point. All of these things have to be present. And the way you get to do that well is by reading. If you read lots of books, you'd be able to recognize proper sentence structure. And of course, practicing writing. And you're like, Dr. D. Nice, I'm just going to write for fun. Why not? Start a diary, something like that, and really write and practice. So once again, just going over all of these, organizing information, the way you study for these kind of tests is really reading and writing, practicing your reading and writing. Recognizing information type tests, it's practice, 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 doing those homework, doing those math problems over and over so you're able to recognize the patterns that always occur in most math problems. In classes that require performing, once again, this is practice. You're going to have to do the exercise, do the art, the dance move, the proper posture, whatever it is that they're going to be testing you on, you're going to have to practice it. In the classes that are requiring regurgitating information, it's memorization. You can use flashcards. Writing things down helps you to memorize things. You write it down, you say it out loud. That way you're engaging all your senses in gathering that information into your brain. And then the other one I did with applying information, these ones again is just practice doing those word problems, doing the homework. All right. Now, that being said, general information, getting ready for the test. Here's one. When you're studying, you have to be efficient. Work smarter, not harder with studying for your test. Shut off all radios. Y'all listen to radio? I know, I'm like aging myself here. Shut off the radio. Shut off your iPod. Shut off your iPad, your Spotify, whatever. Practice working and doing your homework in silence. I'm going to tell you what that does. Your test is going to be silent. It's not like you're going to be able to have all your radios and things going on, all the music going on. Practice doing your work in silence. What this does, it really helps you to focus your attention and get things done. It doesn't distract your brain. Promise you. Work in silence. Practice that way so your brain doesn't get used to always having some sort of stimulation when it's trying to learn. The next one is start doing your homework on time. Don't get behind. When you get behind, you're going to have to spend a lot of time later on trying to catch up. And trust me on this one, it won't work for you. Do your homework systematically when they assign it, you do it. When they assign it, you do it, and you go back and you review it. Then the next one is know who is giving you the test. Now that is my pro tip. This is like, if you're into psychology, you can understand your teachers and know the type of tests that they're going to ask. It just is what it is. People are humans, and their humanity will be expressed in the way they ask the test. That's just how it is. You can spend time. They have office hours. You can go meet with them and ask them to review some of the homework with you so you could really get to understand them as an instructor and really get to understand the types of questions, the type of things that they lean into. They may really just love, like if it's biology, they love cellular structure, and they put a lot of emphasis on cellular structure in their tests. So really get to know your teachers so that you could really understand the psychology behind their testing, the type of questions they ask. And then last but not least, on the day of the test, listen, get a good night's sleep the night before, eat a good meal that morning, move your body and get your blood flowing before the test. Take some deep abdominal breaths. We've gone over abdominal breaths in the past, or you can Google them and figure out how to do them. Just get some oxygen to your brain and just focus in, lock in, and get your test done. There is no time for performance anxiety. You can even do the Superman pose where you stand, arms, hands full, bent, fist at your hip, and look off for like 20 minutes. Apparently that's not 20 minutes, 2 minutes. Apparently that's supposed to increase your confidence. Anyway, those are general overview on how to do well on your test. I know we spent about 30 minutes on it, but trust me, there are a lot of gems in there. I could even go in more details, but that's it. All right. We're done. Hey, how's everybody doing? Can y'all hear me still? I haven't seen a lot of comments going on in the comment section. I hope everything went well. Cyber attack, me too. I had a bad connection, conspiracy. Let's see. Are y'all in there? Yeah, okay, good. When's the last time y'all had to take a test? I hadn't had to take a test in so long. I had to dig deep. I'm like, oh man, she's asking me how to take a test? Let me look back and see some of the things I used to do back in the day. Although in a couple of years, I'm going to have to retake my boards. Every 10 years, you have to retake your internal medicine boards. And I'm going to have to take it here coming up in not this year, but next year. I hate standardized tests. That's a story. Listen, that's a story for another day, how to take standardized tests. Man, those things are annoying. Oof. Anyhow, all right, where are we? Oh, you know what? There's something happened to some of my little living in FOUNT thing has disappeared. there are a few things that I have on my computer that has disappeared, so I can't click things around, but we'll keep it moving. Is it doing it again? Oh, Lord. Guys, I don't know what's happening with this my signal today. Because right here it's telling me I have an excellent connection, but when I look at the feed, it's just doing whatever. Man, I'm so tired of this. Oh, technology. Okay, anyway. So living in FOUNT. FOUNT is the 5 keys to wellness and wisdom to help you unlock your best. And today we're going to talk about the O in FOUNT, which is for optimistic. Probably is a solar flare. Annoying. Solar flare, stay away, please. We're trying to finish this thing up. Anyway, the O in FOUNT is for optimistic. And today we're really going to talk about how to recognize reality and not really make decisions based on emotions. Listen here. Emotions are there. It's important. They're there to send you a signal to just stop and be aware. Just because you're happy, though, does not mean that this thing is going to be the thing that brings you the ultimate joy. Just because you're angry doesn't mean that this thing is going to be the thing that ruins your life. Just because you're surprised doesn't mean that this thing is the thing that's going to cause your heart attack or something. No, the emotions are there. It's like spidey senses or something. It just is there to signal that, hey, this thing moved me in some sort of way. When you feel that, then you're going to have to stop and start engaging your frontal lobe, engaging the rational part of your mind. And I know as wisdom teethingers, that's the part of your mind that is still developing. And this is going to be the time that you really practice. You learn to feel those emotions and then stop. Not making decisions based on every whim and every feeling. Like my sister loved to say, it could be gas. It really could be. I heard somebody give this analogy and I have to use it. Let's say you're at a party, right? And you have on your fresh pair of Nikes, the, what they call now? Air Forces. Fresh pair of white Air Forces. You just fly as all you can be. Somebody walks, steps on your Nikes, step on them, left a whole footprint on them and everything. And you're like, what? And you turn around and you ready. It's about to go down right now. You ready. And you turn around and it's this big old guy about twice your size. He like 6'4", and you maybe 5'5", maybe. And he's like, sorry, man, I ain't do nothing. Where was all that energy before? Where was all that energy? How come you ain't swing on him? Because you know he will beat you down. All of a sudden, that anger that you were feeling, you were about to turn around and swing on somebody. But when you recognize that, oh, I'm so sorry, sir. Step on the other one too. Do you see how quickly emotions can change? Emotions are just like quick little signals that kind of dials you in that something is there. We don't act on them immediately. That is for children. Now you're wisdom teethingers and you're getting to the point where you learn how to just recognize the feeling that you're feeling. And then you start making some rational decisions based on facts, based on previous information. You start putting information together and then making a decision. Recognizing reality. That's what we're doing. All right. We're going to keep practicing that. That doesn't come easy. Even some adults, even myself. What are you talking about? Even myself, I get emotional sometimes and just fly off and making stupid emotional decisions. It's an art and it's a skill to be wise and not make decisions straight from emotions. We'll keep working on it and learning together. Let's move into FOCK, our relationship section of our show, where today we're going to talk about dating, okay? Real quick, I'm going to make this real quick because then we have to review this video. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I'm sure y'all have stuff to do. dating. Listen, guys, I've told you before, having a boyfriend and a girlfriend when you're in high school is not the best thing. Trust me on this one. When you're young and you may think you're grown, I'm sure you do, but guess what? You're not quite grown yet. There's more groaning to do. During this age, high school time, this is a time where you're developing into who you want to be as a person. And when you connect yourself too closely in a relationship, they could rub off on you. And you could end up to being a totally different person than you were supposed to be. They like peanuts, and just because they like peanuts and you love them, all of a sudden you love peanuts too. You ain't like peanuts before. You see what I'm saying? Their personality can actually rub off on you as you're developing into being an adult. This is not the time of your life to connect yourself super close to anybody. You need to work on you, develop you as a person. When you're like 18 and 19, 20, 21, that's when you really can focus on having a relationship with another human being, a close dating relationship. Well, girlfriend-boyfriend relationship. In the meantime, I'm not saying don't talk to no girls or don't talk to no boys. It's okay. Go out on dates. Just don't commit yourself to one person. Let them know. I mean, I'm not saying out there, that you're giving your body to all these people. No. You're just spending time getting to know the opposite sex, talking to guys, knowing who they are, knowing how guys act with certain things or how girls act with certain things. That's what I'm saying. In your high school years, no boyfriend, no girlfriend, just get to know other people. Have close relationships. And this is the time that you should be working on you. All right, that's our FOCK section for today, where we talk about sexuality and relationships. Now we'll talk about our teen archetype. And in keeping with the theme today, where we learned about testing, how to do well on tests, we're talking about the smart person. You know that smart person in your class. And here's this person. They are like an A-B student. They will never be an all-A student. Because why? All their A's come without trying. They're getting A's in Spanish. They're getting A's in gym. They're getting A's in band. They're getting A's in history. But the classes that you really have to try a little bit harder in, like chemistry, algebra, physics, they always get like B's, B minuses, and maybe a C. Any class that they end up having to try extra hard in, they're like, well, I'm happy with the B. I got A's in everything else. I'm telling you, I recognize that because that's how Dr. D. Nice was in high school. Listen, I started off high school in honors algebra. I did fine in it. Well, no, in regular algebra, I did okay in it. Is that where I did? Okay, regular algebra. The next year, I was actually in honors algebra 2. No, algebra 2. I did okay. And they're like, oh, yeah, we need to put you in trigonometry honors. I got in that class. I didn't want to try. I was like, it was a little hard. It was hard. It was tough. And I was just like, I didn't want to try any harder. I was just wanting to just go in there with my natural smarts and just pass the class. Trigonometry required a little bit more of me. I did okay. Like a B, maybe a C, B plus, I don't know, B minus. But the next year, they ended up putting me in a regular math class again. I just blew it out the water because, the regular math class, it was like nothing to me. I have, just a naturally smart person, and some things, understanding comes easy for these complicated concepts. But if I had to work a little harder, it wasn't going to happen. Be careful if you're that kind of smart person. Listen, it's okay to push yourself to work just a little harder, okay? It's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Quit trying to just get by on pure natural talent. Even if you're naturally talented, it is okay to push yourself a little further. Anybody else like me in the comment section? I know, right? Oh, man. Good grades in college. My secret, I majored in art and minored in BS philosophy. I'm telling you, there's some things that are just easy. Some classes, let's just be honest, it's easy to pass. It's just doesn't require a lot of application. It doesn't require a lot of memorization. It's just, it's how you feel. It's more subjective. And, we all have taken some of those classes where you just needed an easy A. And then the classes that you have to work a little harder. Anyway, listen, we're wrapping up we're going to review Waddy Z's video. I told you, Waddy Z, he is, here, let me pull it up here so y'all can see it. This is his video, is Waddy the Shepherd. He has a video out that he produced a song, and I thought it would be pretty cool if we watch it together, okay? He's the one that produced our theme song.
Lend me your ear. Dr. D Nice and FOUNT is here.
Yes, he's the one that produced our theme song, and I remember I told you I wrote the words for it, and I wrote the words. My son, what is that? Why is that? Okay, let me see. Okay. So I wrote the words for the song. Waddy Z produced it. He mixed it up for us. And my son actually did the little piano, melody that you're hearing in the background. And today we're going to react to Waddy in a genius and see this wonderful video that he has made. I'm just let it play and we'll stop and we'll talk about it periodically and just look at what Waddy Z has created for us, okay? I'm gonna put my head somewhere else, so it's not up in the way like that. Let me see, put my head. Yeah, I'll put my head right here. All right. Y'all ready? Let's go. You don't have no shoes on. Waddy, where your shoes at?
How you doing, Grandma?
I'm doing well. How are you?
A lot of background stuff.
So what are you doing here today?
My car was giving me some problems, so I just pulled up to see if Juice could help me fix it, But I was thinking, Grandma, we got all this land out here. How come we'll never grow nothing out here?
You know how these young people...
This is Waddy Z, by the way, guys. Right, okay.
But we definitely got enough land. If you had come back...
Or Waddy the Shepherd. This is a preamble to the video.
When my dad was living, when I was growing up, Dad grew all sorts of food. He grew string beans, which my mom called stamps, peas, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and white potatoes. And best of all, peanuts. Who said peanuts can't grow on Summerlee Road, Leesburg, North Carolina?
They're talking about gardening, guys. Are you all gardeners? I grow some vegetables every single season, usually just one or two. I haven't gotten to a point where I grow a lot of food, but every season I try to grow a little something, a tomato, okra, something.
We had a field of peanuts, and we take them, bring them in the house, and put them in the oven. And my mom would turn those peanuts up.
Word. I wish I had some right now. That sounds like horticulture.
It definitely is.
I got a story to tell. The foolish don't want me for real. Cardiac shot a whole lot of clips. Hey, I got a movie for sale. Once I get these racks off, I'm moving straight to the cut. Rappers that's preaching the trap to the youth. Do y'all need some direction or what? Y'all ain't read about Malcolm. Y'all ain't heard about Huey. Oh, y'all watch Black Panther. Don't that dare sound goofy? We got a plot on some land. Soon as I get it, I'm growing some plants. Agriculture is the way to be on. Don't wait till you hungry and groceries is gone. Yeah. That's all. Horticulture in the backyard. Y'all ain't making no moves for real. I'ma have to move past y'all. Y'all ain't read about Malcolm. Y'all ain't heard about Huey. Oh, y'all watch Black Panther. Don't that dare sound goofy. Past Gina, what's poppin'? I'ma make sure that we all got an option. 200 years and still feel like an auction. Really, cause checking my last name Watson. No worries, I'm building my Legos. I'm just trying to get paid, so I can distribute the peso. I'm about to take off like hasta luego, and I need more Play-Doh. They had to work in the field. Uncle Jerry had to work in the field. Aunt Carrie had to work in the field. So I'm in the field developing skills. Bottom line, can we do for ourselves? Economies crash, insurance don't help. Tell me just what you insuring yourself. Hood, rich, or community wealth, huh? That's all. Horticulture in the backyard. Y'all ain't making no moves for real. I'ma have to move past y'all. Once I get these racks off, I'm moving straight to the cut. Rappers is preaching the trap to the youth. Do y'all need some direction or what? Huh? That's all. Horticulture in the backyard. Y'all ain't making no moves for real. I'ma have to move past y'all. Y'all ain't read about Malcolm. Y'all ain't heard about Huey. Oh, y'all watch Black Panther. Don't that dare sound goofy.
Oh, thank you, Wadi, for that song. Listen, that is Wadi in a Genius. I'm going to link the video below. He's talking about us growing our own foods. That's what our families used to do back in the day. And now with people, the economy is crashing. Everybody's got a little piece of land. You could plant a tomato. You could plant it in a pot on your porch, on your little balcony. It doesn't take a lot to grow something. If everybody can grow a little something, that's what Wadi Z is trying to encourage us. I want y'all to follow him. If you go to, I have his link to his channel it's Wadi in a Genius, and you'll be able to find him. He's just really all about getting out there and just really plowing the land, taking the opportunities. Maybe one day I'll do an interview with him or something. Wadi is a cool guy. He really is. He's young. He's a young guy, just talented out there, just doing his thing. Let me see. Peanuts. George Washington Carver is my hero. Best Christian rock star since Prince. Well, I'm going to cut this up. And thank you, Wadi Z, for sharing your talent. We really appreciate you. And I'll link the actual video. You know what? Let me put it right now. Hold on. I'm going to put it in the, that's not rap. That's rap. That's not rock. Did I say, what did I say? Did I say rock? I'm sorry if that's what I said. I said rap, sometimes I talk a little funny. My apologies. I'm gonna put the link in the video right now. Where is it? Hold on 1 second. Here, I'm putting it in the comment section. Not the comment section, but the description. What? Okay, let me try this again. Hold on, I'm coming. Copy. And paste. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, I'm back, guys. I just wanted to put it, there's remember when I did the video on time management and they said the 2-minute rule, if you can get it done in less than 2 minutes, that is what you need to just get it done right then. And I was following my own thing and just adding the link for the video right then and there while we were thinking, because I may forget. I may just end the stream, decide to go take a shower, brush my teeth, and go to sleep, and totally forget to link the video. All right. Anybody has anything else going on before we wrap up? Responding to Spot. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Responding to Spot. Listen, guys, thank you so much. I trying to think of my subject for next week. I hope that song goes viral as COVID. I hope it does too. I told him I was going to react to it. if you all want to go ahead and go over, I linked it in the comment section. Go over, please leave a comment and like the video, all of that. Waddy the Shepherd. I keep calling him Waddy C. He changed his name to Waddy the Shepherd. But go over to his video, leave a comment, of course, like it. It's linked in the video section. Just click on it and go over there and leave a comment and get those views up for that video. And so encouraging people to get out there and farm and till the land and grow stuff. All right, let's see. Next week, let me see if I figure, I don't know, next week the plan is, I was actually going to talk about emotions. That's what the plan was, to talk about this week. And the young girl asked me about testing. I think, and so I may do emotions next week. We'll see. I haven't fully made the decision yet. There is a little bit of a surprise that I have to tell you all about. I'm not going to tell you all till not next week. I'll tell you all the following week. I'm going to tell you at the 9th hour about it. Okay? All right. Anyway, let me see. I hope that song goes viral as COVID. We already said that. Anything else? Okay. Well, if nobody else has anything else going on, we're going to end it. We're going to wrap up for the night. I really, listen, when I tell you, I so appreciate you all for being here. I know we're a small group. And you know what? Today, we actually had 6 people that popped in. Some people stayed a little longer than others, and I appreciate you. Magic 8-Ball Spot, organic snake oil powder. I appreciate y'all for being here consistently and all the way through the whole entire broadcast. Even before I got here, y'all were here. I can't even tell you how I appreciate it. There were times where I used to do these lives and I'm just like talking into the ethers. Nobody, it's just me, and 2 people is better than 0. And trust me when I tell you, you are so appreciated. Thank you for tuning in. I will be here next week again, Wednesday at 8:30, somewhere between 8:30 to 8:45. Y'all know I work before I come here. I don't get home till like late, and I have to put everything together. So if I'm ever not here, it's not because I'm like out like sipping on mocktails and polishing my nails. No, it's because I'm just trying to get things together to get the live going, because I have to do that right after I get home from work, some last minute polishing up on the post, maybe posting some of the stuff that I use on Instagram, because I usually put stuff on Instagram that I can share as like a slideshow. I just find it's easier to do it that way. That's what I'm doing sometimes when I come in late. I'm not like eating bonbons and just twiddling my thumbs. I'm getting ready. All right. I don't have any, now I'm rambling. Y'all, you have an amazing week. Thank you again. And we're out. Until next time. Thank you, Waddy Z, for the theme song.
Here for today. Want wisdom?
We got you.
Wellness?
We got you.
Ears?
You got 2.
Bones? It's got 3. Chambers? 4. In your heart for doing right? 5. Keys? Your game's all tight? FOUNT. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight. Get your mind right and your body tight.